Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Yeah. Welcome to the brand new episode of Another Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we started a new dynamic. It started last week's episode, but it's gonna continue on. Shout out to my guy Dev in the back. So Dev will be in the background while me and Bree are talking our stuff. Dev will be in the background giving his, inputs and correcting us if we happen to mess up. So he'll be giving his input and correcting us at the same time. So it's me.
He corrected you.
It's me, Bree, and Dev in the back.
I'm here, guys.
But I know Bree. That's why I put this as the number one topic. We're just gonna jump right into it. Beyonce announces a world tour. Tickets just went live yesterday. So
Crazy. Prices is out of this world.
They definitely are. But
I won't be able to go, guys.
She won't. She definitely won't. Not on my dollar.
Honestly, you might have to.
I was trying to do my income taxes, but unfortunately, we do them joint because we're married.
Exactly.
So if he finds $2,500 missing from our joint taxes,
Honestly,
he's liable to leave.
I would say just look at like all the world tour dates, and then find the country that wanted.
So me and my sister was doing that today.
Oh, like
in London.
Country.
And London has the tickets for $250 US.
Oh, that might take a trip to London.
Go ahead, go to London.
But here's the thing: when we added up the plane tickets and we added up the hotel prices and food and stuff like that, it comes out to like $3,000 per person.
The cost of a Beyonce ticket is a week's vacation at a resort. Now, although Beyonce is the queen bee, I understand. And again, to those who can afford it, do you, boo boo? But for the regular Beyonce fan, the everyday working fan that celebrates on the weekends and dance on the weekends, that's a hefty price. But that's Queen Bee. She can do that. Them shit's gonna sell out, no problem.
London is $250. Is $250 in London?
I mean, if Devin really wanted me to go on a girls' trip, he can pay for that.
Hey, she on a girls' trip, John. We got a guys' trip coming up there.
This is just so I can see Beyonce.
I'm going to see Beyonce too.
Where are you going to see Beyonce? In Chicago?
If you're going to London, we're going to Jamaica, John.
She's not going to Jamaica.
What? Why is not going to
Just
Jamaica?
pass by.
Huh?
You gonna pass?
What's some of the countries that she's going to?
Sweden.
She's going to all the European places first.
Yeah.
Oh, she don't rack up in the European countries, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Generally, when people go, like when they do their U.S. World tours, I never really hear them go to like the Western countries,
which is weird. Let me tell you why. Because
you go to Europe,
but Europe has laws against high prices. Me and Lois was looking it up. European has laws against raising prices for concerts.
Yeah, but then you go over to Europe, they have those huge.
Yeah, they got the big stadiums, so they're gonna get the money regardless.
Football stadiums. Yeah, right. They have those huge football stadiums, soccer stadiums that look like twice the size of a football stadium here.
I'm just saying.
So they make up in the quantity of people.
But it's not that much because if you think about it, so it's just Europe knows they're gonna get people to go over there.
So what's the cheapest ticket if you want to see her at Madison Square Garden if she performs, or Barclays if she performs in New York? Either one or two.
So she's not performing in New York. She's performing in New Jersey.
And MetLife.
Oh, so she's just doing football stadiums. So yeah,
Yeah,
she's trying to get the money. So how much is all right? So she's doing MetLife. How much is a ticket to get to MetLife?
So
$600 and something. The
I'm looking at
cheapest.
it.
The cheapest ticket is $600.
I mean, if you and Devin both split the price, that's a birthday gift.
No,
That's
so
pretty-
I'm looking at the
Really,
price right now.
that's going to MetLife is going better than going to London.
So in row 330, in section 330, row 22, at MetLife, you pay $232 for Beyonce.
You can't even see Beyonce that far back. She's like the ant. I want to feel her.
Now
like,
you'll be able to see her. You'll be able to see her.
No, Johnny, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna feel Beyonce. I'm gonna be all the way at the top. I'm not. By the time the sound gets to me, it's gonna be distorted. I don't want to sit all the way.
Oh, they have the monitors and all that and stuff.
So that I watch it from home. If I'm gonna watch on a monitor,
Not the same experience. You actually get to see her though.
I don't want to feel it from them. I want to feel it from Beyonce. I want to feel her sweat, like when she's dancing, and the sweat just like splashes off her body.
You're trying to pay like $50,000 for it because that's the only way.
No, she got her VIP section.
And that's what, 100,000?
$5,000.
I mean, and they got the stuff around that's available because a lot of it's already gone. 1800, right in front, row 134. It's not on the ground, but pretty good seats. 1800.
You gonna let me pay 1,800?
I'm not gonna let you do nothing. You wrong.
Our money's together, so if I want to pay 1,800,
that's crazy, though. Folks.
You gotta help me pay 1,800.
That album wasn't even that long for it to be such a expensive ticket. The album, like I'm talking about the duration of the album. Like she gotta bring out Jay-Z.
She is bringing out Jay-Z.
She gotta bring out for me to pay $1,800. She gotta bring out Jay-Z. She gotta bring out Destiny's Child. She got to bring out Mike Myers so they can do a scene from Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me. She need to do a Dream Girl song. She need to bring out Jennifer Hudson and that other girl to do Dream Girls. All that for me to be paying $1,800.
You think Jay-Z's gonna come out? She's gonna do a song with Jay-Z.
And Blue better perform. Those twins.
And
Blue's better dance.
They're not gonna dance
and introduce a new song.
But you already know Blue's gonna come out in her performance. So with that being said, let's just take this as a take it, and she's gonna do some old music as well as the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Listen,
worth the money. 2-3 old songs every stop. Like,
yeah,
this stop might get this song. That stop might get that song. She's gonna distribute it evenly. But so
you might get a different show depending on where you at. Because a lot of times they have their base show, but then they add certain things. So Jay-Z probably won't be at every show, but he'll be at certain cities and stuff like that. And probably being that it's in the tri-state, MetLife.
I don't want to go to the one here. I want to go to the one in Texas. Texas is really going to be the popular one.
That's her home, so she might give you a good show there. But I'm just saying, like,
right.
But here will be a show
in Texas.
Yeah, here will you probably Texas, you might get Jay-Z. Here you get Jay-Z. I don't think ever gonna get Jay-Z coming out, or you get like the special guest. So $1,800 is Beyonce. I understand that. I just can't see myself paying that much for anybody, honestly.
For Kanye, you can't see yourself.
Kanye better give me a good music chain. If I'm paying $1,800 for
Jay-Z, you can't see.
Jay-Z better give me a Rock Nations chain.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm
a big fan. That's I ain't paying no $1,800 to see them.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
them, but
that's like the motherfuckers who saying they pay that amount of money to have a conversation with Jay-Z. No, I wouldn't. I'm not doing that. Jay-Z is my guy, but at this point in my life, I ain't paying no $1,800 to see him perform, Beyonce perform, Kanye West perform. Shit, the Lord and Savior might come down, and I'll be like, I'm questioning, like, Jesus, come on, bro, why you charging so much?
You gonna go to hell.
Oh man. But I'm saying,
You gonna age saying this is not a concert, this experience, and you know me. If you know me, you know me, and I love Beyonce. So the experience would be here for me.
It's definitely going to be
so go to the MetLife.
Right. So you're not just paying.
Go to MetLife.
Again, I'm not gonna sit in those damn bleachers. That's one. Okay.
It's gonna be July. It's gonna be lit.
No, I don't want to sleep. I don't want to sit in no bleachers. That's
lie. You're still gonna have a great view of wherever she's performing at. You're gonna be able to see her.
John, y'all been in MetLife, right?
Yeah, I watched a couple of football games at MetLife. And
didn't you graduate at MetLife?
No, we didn't graduate at MetLife.
Where's the Izod Center?
Izod, yeah.
Oh.
Let me see. Let me go through my videos. Yeah,
John, you don't have to go through your videos. I don't want to sit in the bleachers. So I want to sit.
We're gonna look into Texas. We're gonna see what Texas looking like.
I'm gonna show you.
No taxes in
Texas.
So maybe you get a better price. There's no taxes in Texas, so
maybe.
Yeah. But I just want you to see, like, I forgot where we sat. We sat like probably 200, 300, but probably 300 when we went to the game. And look, you're gonna be able to see her perform. She's most likely gonna be in the middle of the field. It's gonna be set up good, and you'll be able to, zoom in. You'll be able to see her. Oh, the video ain't sent yet. It's just sent just now, but you'll be able to see her.
John, you're not listening to me. I can see you're not listening to me, and so because you're not listening to me,
you're most likely to be. You see where I'm at? That's most likely. If you get that ticket, that's where you'll be at.
No, I want to feel her like sweat around me. I want it to be where I feel raindrops, and I be like, "Is this rain or is this her sweat?"
Do y'all think Beyonce get musty?
No. She's Beyonce.
I bet she don't get musty.
She don't get musty.
She's
Beyonce. Like, are you not listening?
Yo, Bree thinks she like sweats pixie dust and stuff like that. But
fuck you, John. I don't. I mean, come on. Do y'all think Rihanna sweats?
Who?
Yeah, she do. She look like sweat.
Rihanna do not sweat.
But it smells good though.
Yeah, that's thin. They definitely sweat, but it's just the imagination of what we think or perceive it, how it's gonna smell like, what it look like, and stuff like that.
All I'm saying is Beyonce wears the crown, and so because of that, I'm willing to pay $1,500.
I mean, she definitely within her right to charge the prices that she charged.
Of course,
for what she's done.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. And I think that you and Johnny should get together. I think you and Johnny should get together. My birthday's in a month. It's less than a month, but my birthday's in a few weeks. You and Johnny get together and work that out. Y'all know how much I love Beyonce. And
yeah, you know.
And don't buy me tickets to the Wax Museum. Don't do that so I can see Beyonce. I want to see Beyonce. Like,
that's a lot. That's funny. But speaking of world tours, to
Johnny could afford
tours. So, you said what, Bree?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's I'll repeat it, but it's not come out there. But from possible world tour, from world tours to possible world wars. So it came out much smoother than the first one. I was gonna use your Lord and Savior plug, but we kept talking about the Beyonce topic. But apparently there was a spy balloon hovering around America, and then America decided to shoot it down. Now China feeling a type of way. And then last week's episode, we was talking about how the 4-star general predicted that there might be war within like the next 2 years, a war between America and China. Are we getting a step? Do you think we're getting a step closer, or that balloon was a little nothing to worry about?
I mean, it's definitely random. China is not really admitting to it. And the fact that it was shot down is the fact they had to shoot it down. It was a man. It wasn't like a regular balloon. It was some big ass industrial, like heavy ass like balloon. It's not no basic latex balloon that you find at your local like bodega or dollar store. So it's definitely there for a reason. Who did it? China is not really taking credit for it. And right now they're investigating the whole situation, seeing what was in the balloon, because it was supposed to have been something that was like some type of technology inside the balloon. So it could have been some spy shit. All I know is China ain't fuck with us and they looking for a reason. Maybe that's them, or maybe it's one of their allies, but America needs to get ready because something happened.
Oh man. Ain't that some?
It's a balloon. China don't need to send a balloon to watch over us. All they need to do is watch our movies that we put out on how to come and take our shit. Because we put more shit out about other countries taking over our White House and shit like that. They don't need to do a balloon. All they need us to do is to watch our movies. We give a perfect guide of how to take over fucking United States.
And then shit, China owns TikTok, so everybody on there. So
they don't see that we a bunch of dummies.
That's all the spyware you need, really, because everybody's on TikTok. So you might be right about that. Like the balloon sticks out.
Yeah, but the balloon could have been big. You know, it's like, yeah, we're just gonna on some boldness. We're gonna send the balloon with possible technology. Let's see what they do.
Right.
There's a reaction, and no, man.
I'm not scared of the balloon. Like I said, we give them the blueprint every time we put on a movie.
No. I'm not scared of the balloon. It's just the consequences that's gonna come from the balloon being shot down.
Oh, okay.
They said the balloon was roughly 200 feet tall and weighing at a couple thousand pounds. Now, I ain't never seen no damn balloon weigh a couple thousand pounds. Like, what type of balloon is this? This some shit. What's those shit that you get in that you can fly in with the fire?
Are you talking about a hot air balloon?
Right, like a hot air balloon, like the material in which it was made out of wasn't just no basic latex. They probably would have been better off if they just like had a latex balloon with something inside it, because people, niggas lose balloons all the time. You see balloons fly away and fly in the sky all the time. So they probably would have been better off with something like that. But to have this huge whatever, I don't know what it's made out of, but again, 1,000-pound balloon just randomly floating in the sky is odd. I ain't blaming China for it. I'm just saying it's very odd that something like that you just don't get at the fucking dollar store. So we will see.
Dollar store?
Well, we'll definitely see, but it's gonna be some interesting stuff to really look at.
I mean, I would love to see the balloon in person, because that's some high-tech shit.
That's what I'm saying.
For it to go from, if it was from China, for him to go from China to here, that's a lot of different weathers to weather.
A lot of, and that shows you, if it came from China, that shows you the allies that China got, because that shit flying over other countries, flying over people, and they just letting that shit fly by. Their military forces don't do nothing, don't say nothing, just allow it to, just cascade over the sky for it to get to America. Shows me if again, this is all alleged, if it actually came from China. America gets some shit because nobody likes us anyway.
But
I believe it.
Dad said hot air balloons, but is DJ Drama blowing up some hot air into Lil Uzi's Wanna Rock? You said what?
Go ahead. Go.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
My head's
John,
fine,
what you
man.
say?
My head's fine. I guess I'm gonna have to put these in a better order that make it much smoother and easier. But when you got something like different places, you gotta make the best of what is said. But
I got you. I hear you, John. You got it, baby.
But again, DJ Drama says Lil Uzi's "Wanna Rock" is now the new anthem for Philadelphia, and that record has now surpassed Meek's "Dreams and Nightmares." Facts.
Boo to
or
that
not?
bullshit.
Right.
Who the fuck thinks Lil Uzi's fucking song is better than Dreams and Nightmares?
He said it's the anthem. Now I don't know if he really said it's better.
Yeah,
And again,
he's saying it's a
he
new anthem.
specifically said
He's saying it's an anthem. He's saying it's better.
no. I'm saying he said how it has captured the culture in Philly, whereas when Dreams dropped, how big it was, and I Want to Rock, that shit is huge, and I'm
Yes,
pretty
it is.
sure it's huge in Philly. I'm pretty sure it is, but that might. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with him. He's from Philly, Drum. He's from Philly. He's from there. He knows, like, he know the pulse of the city. I'm guessing. I would think he's still in tune with the city, although he's in the South right now. But I would hope that he's still in tune with, Philly. And I know everybody loved that song. You can't go nowhere without hearing that song. But Dreams and Nightmares is like the Black anthem, the Black national anthem. So it's like, okay, yeah, it might be. Let's give it to I Want to Rock right now, because again, I feel like that's a song that's cool right now. We'll find another TikTok hit that blows up, but the Dreams and Nightmare has cemented its place in Black culture, like for everybody.
Yeah, and I just don't see, because he's talking about like for the football team to come out to that. I just don't see it having the same effect as Dream and Nightmares would have when the team comes out.
And again, they already did that already. So, Philly did that last time they won.
What?
Come out to, Dreams and Nightmares. So, to me, it wouldn't even make sense for them to come out to that now, because they've already done that. And I Want to Rock is the biggest song out right now, and it's from a Philly artist.
You know what I'm saying?
So
it's
why
just
would
the
they not
longevity
go
of
with
Dream
that
and
song
Nightmares.
at this moment?
It's just longevity.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm Rock is gonna have the
Same
effect on
longevity.
Black culture the way Dream and the longevity that Dream and Nightmares past Philly. Like, you can't go if Dreams and Nightmare comes on, everybody in that room stops. And that shit is how old is that song now?
Dreams and Nightmares, 2011, 2012.
So more than a decade.
About 10 years.
That comes on in any Black space. Like I said, Dreams and Nightmare is the Black national anthem. Yeah, let I Want to Rock be the anthem for Philly, but Dreams and Nightmare is now the anthem for Black people. Because if that shit come on, Black folks get in their feelings and get niggas that don't listen to rap, women, men, indifferent, that come on, everybody stop what they doing and they become Meek Mill. You get what I'm saying? So
I'm saying Dreams and Nightmares impact. It had the impact, and it has the longevity. So it's like that's a record you could play right now, and you still feel like you heard it for the first time. It's one of those records.
Right, it still has that feeling.
But that's what I'm saying to you. I don't think the football team is gonna change it. They feel probably like that's their lucky song to come out to.
Well, they can't.
There's a new song they might come out to it. They might play both.
Again, they've been coming out to I Want to Rock because, again, I Want to Rock is the most popular song out right now, and it's from a Philly artist. So I understand them coming out to that. But hypothetically let Philly win again. They might come out to I Want to Rock, but when they be having those locker room videos, I guarantee you they're gonna be playing Dreams and Nightmares. after they win, because that's like that champion triumphant song. Like that's what that song represents, and that's why so many people feel the words. I Want to Rock is a vibe. It makes you feel good. It makes you want to jam. But when it comes to the words in Dreams and Nightmares, people feel those words, and that's why people go crazy for it.
I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. I just feel like you can't take away something from somebody. You one Philly person. You ain't the Philly state. See, get it? You're not. It has to be. It has to be that it's.
She said Philly State like Philly State. You heard that, John? You heard the pun, John? She said Philly State like Philly State. She got next. It was me. Now it's Brina.
Fuck you. Listen, I'm just saying that it's a vibe. But see, those TikTok songs I feel last for like a month or so, and then it's like it dies out. So it doesn't. I really don't see when they say, "Oh, this song is that shit." Yeah, it's that shit for a month or so, maybe less. You get a few dances to that shit, and then it's completely wiped out. I don't think we've gotten that with Dreams and Nightmares. We haven't gotten that. Oh, it's one, month.
We're not tired of Dreams and Nightmares.
Right.
Nobody's tired of that song.
As soon as that beat drops, your ass is going crazy.
Everybody go crazy. Everybody is now like Meek Mill.
Right. I'm gonna say Dream Nightmare is the superior record. It's just I Want to Rock has it for the moment. Like it's just a record for the moment.
Exactly.
So people who get caught up in the moment.
So again,
stuff like that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If Drum is saying it at the moment, it's the anthem for Philly at the moment. Okay, yes, because it is the biggest song out and it's from Philly, and I know everybody loves it. But if he talking, when it comes to all time, I don't think it's too soon to be saying I Want to Rock to compare to Dreams and Nightmares.
100%.
It is definitely too early. Definitely too early.
But he's also Uzi's one of his artists too, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna bring that up. That also played a role too, like DJ Drama and Uzi. Like DJ Uzi was is he still
he's on the generation? Yeah, he's still on the generation now. So
okay, because I know they had that little issue, and then Rock Nation got involved.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they had record issues, but he still him and much they cash cows over there in Generation Now.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna it's Philly and his artist, so that's gonna add a little extra to it. But it's the record for right now. It's definitely the record for right now. Mm-hmm. I don't think if you would just said that's the anthem right now, I don't think nobody would disagree. But he went straight for it has surpassed Dream and Nightmare, so that's where it's like, it is the anthem right now. You got it, but that's not the case,
Yeah, and the only reason, and I think it's strategic. It's to have a conversation because again, nobody would have argued if he said, "Yo, I Want to Rock is the anthem for Philly right now." There's no question because of how big of a song it is. And again, him being from Philly, Uzi from Philly, that's not really an argument unless you from Philly. Like other Philly people can say like they know what's going on in Philly, so they can say, "Nah, that's not. This is." On the outside looking in, it's like, yeah, of course, because this is the biggest song out right now, and it's from a Philly artist. So yes, but once he put it like it surpassed Dreams and Nightmares, now you're talking on some all-time stuff,
right?
And that's why everybody talking. But Drama's smart. He knew what he was doing because he knew that was stirring the pot. Because everybody
stirring the pot, and you're stirring the pot, and the pot is still hot where I Want to Rock. So keep on, keep on stirring.
Word.
But let's stay music. Speaking longevity, Missy Eliot has been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She has had an illustrious career, dope moment for hip hop, and she's one of 14 artists that was nominated for the 2023 class Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is just dope moment to see, especially for hip hop.
Yeah.
First female artist to be nominated, which is surprising, but also very dope.
Do you think she should have got this a long time ago? Do you think?
So I don't know how they do
That's
it.
gonna
Like,
be my next question, but yeah.
so my like you know how speaking for sports, you know, you have to be, you know, out of the game for a certain amount of time.
Right.
You have to be retired. And in music, you don't really retire. So how can you do that in music? What are the like, you know, the qualifications to
Right.
be nominated?
Right.
I say this to say that, you know, it's definitely super dope. I don't think she should have been the first because I can think of other female MCs that should have by now that could have.
Like who?
But I think Queen Latifah was one who could have been nominated along again because she's contributed to hip hop and when she did it, it's big and stuff like that. So but Missy Elliott is by far one of the most talented hip hop artists. Not
also,
female, that's hip hop artists.
But in the Queen Latifah aspect of it, what probably delayed her, she'll probably eventually get in because she's one of the pioneers of female rappers in hip hop. But what slowed it down was most people, they know her as the actress Queen Latifah.
That's true.
Like they don't really know her as the rapper. While Missy Elliott, while Queen Latifah had like a transition into movies and stuff like that, Missy Elliott was doing the music and kept it music. So that's
so that's all I'm saying is I don't know how people are nominated. What do you have to accomplish to be nominated? Is it a certain amount of records sold? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I wouldn't even say like it can't be retired because you can't really retire from music. If you make music, you make it forever. And Missy again continues to make music, but Missy has done so much in 2023. If it is like she should have definitely been nominated 20 years ago. So shout out to Missy, man. Missy's one of the GOATs. She get compared with because she does so much. She writes, she raps, she sings.
I mean, she's up there with Tim.
Yeah, she gets the Tim and she produced. They compare her again to the Drakes and stuff like that because of how many hats she wear. The for real, like that's the people, the Busta Rhymes. Those are the people she get mixed into because she's like a chameleon. She can do so much.
Right.
But
I also felt like we could have gotten more from Missy.
I want to say one of the requirements is their first commercial record had to have been released 25 years.
Okay.
It had to be a 25-year difference between their nomination and their first commercial record.
Okay, got it. So even then, she should have still been nominated. Missy been out 90s. Yeah.
It's close. It's close.
It's close. Yeah, it's close because they do it every
25
year.
is 90. 25 is 98, and she definitely probably had a commercial record before 98.
Well, her first big hit was the
Minute Man.
No, Super Duper Fly. I can't stand the rain. That's like her. That's her first hit song, like as an independent artist. Like that was.
And what year was that?
Let me look it up real quick. But yeah, so Super Duper Fly was in 1997.
Okay,
so
it's
2007.
Close.
It's about it's around the right time. So Missy though, again, one of the GOATs, one of the hip hop legends. It's only right.
I just feel like people are comparing that because she's only had 4 albums. And so because that people are saying that she hasn't done enough. So.
Yeah, also to add to the criteria, then they said that nominee ballots are sent to an international voting body of more than 1,000 artists and historians and members of the music industry, and then so 25 years, and then freaking voting body of 1,000 people. That's music historians,
Yeah.
industry, and there's actual artists. That's how. So basically, they get
But
picked by their peers.
but people that say she don't have enough music definitely don't do their research, because she's been writing she's been writing other people's albums. She's been producing other people's singles. So she's not only in there as Missy Elliott, the rapper who made these 4 songs. She's in there as Missy Elliott, the hip hop artist, who's not only had her own hit songs, but she's also produced, wrote, co-produced, did all these. She has a large quantity of work and body of work that she's done that's not just solely her singles and her albums. So for you to say that she shouldn't be nominated because she don't have enough work, you're obviously too dumb to go Google, because you'll see all that she's done for all she's done for Monica, all that she's done for Mariah Carey, like people that she's like these heavyweights that she's worked with, Janet Jackson, like all these heavyweights that probably will be in the Hall of Fame, except for Monica, weak ass. But everybody else that I said will probably be there. Mariah Carey, Aaliyah, Janet Jackson, all of them going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, so if they're not there already, they're definitely going to be there. They're like shoe-ins, and she has been behind some of their best work. So for those who saying the dumb shit, yeah, do your research, dumbass. Like, for real.
But now let's talk about another female artist. Now we've talked about Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now we're going to dial it back to some nonsense that went a little viral last week. Got another female artist is dealing with. So we're talking about Latto and her panties situation. So, looking at that whole, I don't know if you ever seen that meme. Dev probably seen it. But just reading about the whole situation and looking at it, that whole scenario reminds me. It was like this meme. This guy was at work, and like they was recording him, and he's like bent over, and like his underwear was showing, and they was like making fun. He was like, yo, look, he's wearing the same underwear. As he's still wearing the same underwear. So then, like, fast forward in the video, he's at home with his girl. Like, he's telling his girl to record him, and like while he's recording, he basically saying like, "Yo, she bought me the pack with all the same underwear." And he's showing like how he has the same underwear but 5 different times. And while he's talking, he's telling his girl like, "You should buy me like the variety pack." They think I'm wearing the same underwear, and he sounds like he about to cry. So I'm laughing.
But
that's what this whole scenario reminds me of. Like this whole Latto situation, that's what it reminds me of. That scenario, because then.
If niggas look at my underwear drawer, you think I wear the same drawers too?
But she admitted to wearing the same drawers. It's just she doesn't wear them all the time, but she's like, it's in the cycle of my panties. Yeah. So it's like, if you telling me as a woman you don't wear the same panties more than once, then you're fucking lying. Right. And so to go and try to sell it, and people bid on the shit, that's disgusting.
Niggas want to smell like Cuda Cat.
But here, eBay said there's a policy you can't sell used underwear, and one of the shits was about to go for like $60,000.
But does she really need eBay to go sell those panties? Because I don't feel like she needs eBay.
Nah, she don't. If she's smart, she's fine.
I think she's done it.
eBay is more thorough, and security purposes wise, it'll probably protect and make sure funds get to where it gets. So it's not like one of the.
You know what? They do quality check at eBay and stuff, and like what's the shoe shit? Where you sell your shoes at? StockX. How would you prove that those Latto panties? Like, do they sniff them? Do they like check the skin marks? Like, how would you confirm if these real worn panties when they doing these fact checks?
I think
the inside of the liner, you can see that it's worn.
No, but I'm saying, how do they confirm that they're Latto?
But it doesn't even get to that point.
She got to sign a
posted it, so
certificate.
but it didn't get to that point. So, but yeah, if she want to make some money off this drama, find another site, sell them shits.
All I'm saying, all she got to do is sign a certificate saying those are her panties.
Yeah, again.
But it's still a situation that was blown out of proportion. Like, people act like she can't just do laundry. It's because I guess she's supposed to have money and she's a celebrity.
Yeah, and again, my wife said that again, you have underwear sites, regardless of how many fucking we ain't celebrities, so ain't nobody checking for our drawers. But you got have a bunch of drawers, and again, as you wash the clean shit, the ones that you recently wore generally end up on the top because you put them back in your.
You know who don't wear the same panties?
Who?
Beyonce.
Beyonce probably don't even wear panties low key. No, neither her or Jay-Z. Either one of them, they look like they don't wear drawers. Either one of them, like they just look like
they want with
just some bare balls, bare ass people. But again, she wear leopard drawers. I'm pretty sure most women got a few pair of leopard drawers. She had showed where she got them from. She get them from Target. She liked the quality of the panties. So she's still humble in the sense she ain't one of those motherfuckers who be like, oh, I only wear this one time, or I only wear this t-shirt one time, or wear these shoes one time. She like, yeah, I wear the same panties multiple times until they gone. Shit, I wash them like they're clean. Like, what the fuck is y'all?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People forget. People, I guess, because they're celebrities, they assume they don't do laundry. Like, like laundry's not a thing. Like everyone does laundry. Well, I would hope everyone.
If she ain't doing it, she got somebody doing it for her. But again,
oh yeah, that's true. She has that aspect. She could pay somebody to do her.
Yeah, she got somebody that do her shit for her. And again, they put her shit in her drawer, and she grabbed the ones, probably the ones at the top, because motherfuckers just grabbing the ones that's good, and she keep it going because she know them shits are clean. Like, people be making a thing out of everything, bro. Like,
you heard that? You know what you gotta do if you're a celebrity now? You gotta go to the store, buy like 10 packs, and just open up a pack every time. That's I guess that you want as a celebrity, just have a pack.
That's what they expect.
Open it.
Yeah.
And wear. Like,
you buy a 6-pack, wear one, and throw the rest away.
That's what I expect from them. I expect that. They ain't got time to do
you open a pack of 6, wear one, and throw the rest of them away. You don't wear the other 5. You just keep switching packs.
I'm just saying, I expect it. Because you know what? You ain't got time to do no damn laundry when you on tour.
Exactly. Look, I wear my drawers till them shits holy. Look, until the balls and the ass is out, I'm wearing them shits. And I don't think if I come across money, that's gonna change.
It is.
Asshole and balls out, I'm still gonna be rocking them shits. Until they say, let me go, then they gonna
Don't believe him. That's not true. If he's on tour and he gonna buy, if he don't have time to wash, he gonna buy new underwear.
Of course, but I'm gonna take them underwear home so they can be washed, and then them shits might be on the next tour. So you might see the next same couple drawers. I ain't buying new drawers every time I go on tour. What type of dumb shit is that?
We will see when we get there, huh?
We'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. Now,
Johnny, would you have bought those panties? Be honest, Johnny. I know you would have bought those panties.
No, Johnny. No.
Devin, what you think?
He would have brought him if Moneybag Yo won.
Hey, yo, whoa. I'm going crazy.
No, she dated 21 Savage. So if Savage put him on, John be like, yeah, let me get those.
No, but we can talk about that too, as like while we're here, like, they trying to do the investigations. I'm not 100% sure that tattoo says his name. I could be wrong, unless she claims it says that's his name. I don't know if that's his name. Maybe I can't read.
If that's his name, Johnny.
No, I'm saying
I just don't see her with 21 Savage. 21 looks like such a.
It's possible, but if they're in a relationship, they are popular.
The guy that you don't think she'll be with is exactly the guy she'll be with.
He just looks so calm and like I hate.
You heard that man talk. 21 being calm. That nigga be on dummy.
But
Especially
he talks.
his
He talks
recent,
like this.
his
and
recent stuff they
everything.
put out there has been bad. Yeah, but other than that, 21 from the start of his career to where he is now he has sounded more mature, and you see some
He
growth.
sounds dumb. He sounds slow. And I talk like this, and I had problems with Whack, and he called me, and
He has an accent. That's it.
I told
You
him,
don't really talk. You don't talk that slow.
if you want to come meet me.
This is where you from? Where you
From the
from?
UK. He's from the UK, but he don't sound like a person from the UK.
Yes, he do. $1 million worth of game. He was talking like that. I swear to God. Whack called me, and I was like, I ain't doing this internet shit, Whack. If you want to come see me,
He don't talk that. He does not talk that slow.
yes, he does. Go watch the interview. Go watch the fucking interview.
And watch this interview.
I watched a couple of his interviews. He don't talk that slow.
Yeah, Devin, he don't talk that slow.
I don't think he talk as slow as you say.
All right, so after we do this shit, you gonna watch the video of $1 million worth of game. I swear to God, he talks fucking slow.
Yeah, I don't think he talks.
And Latto look like she's the bitch that I don't like that. I don't want that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And so you
exactly.
you can't have that because it just doesn't work out.
No, it probably won't work perfectly. We don't like Latto, since she's been in the game, has been keeping that part of her life personal and private. So
yeah.
So you can't you can have an assumption or how you perceive how she carries herself, but for the most part, people don't really know, and they could be perfect for each other if that's the case. At the end of the day, it's not confirmed. It's something that's speculated, and people just trying to put two and two together. But like I said, I couldn't really tell in that tattoo. I seen the S and the H, and then after that, it started going around. I'm like, I don't see what that says. That's just me. But that's it for music. Let's get into movies. Bad Boys 4. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence announced Bad Boys 4 is on the way.
Horrible.
I think it's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, you don't fucking count with movies opinions.
I
and
do
shit
count.
like that.
I do count.
Nah, you thought part 3 was good?
Part 3 was they did too much in part 3.
So, okay. So if you think they did too much in part 3, why would you expect any more from part 4?
Because, like, we can look at the movie and say, damn, they did a little too much with that part 3. Like, they went off the book to make some, he dead ass had a son that he ain't know about. It could have worked, but it's just the way they did it was crazy. They could look at it like, oh damn, we was a little extra with part 3. Now part 4, let's make it more interesting. Like, we could see how they was extra, they could see it as well. Or they could just see like, oh, we about to make this money. Fuck what everybody talking about. Let's just make this money.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Let's keep making money. They part 3, they made back what they put into it, and the studio said, let's run it back one more time. The first one was great. Second one came out many years later, but it was a great movie. So then the third one come out, they old as fuck. Bad movie. He got this Hispanic son. Like, he got this whole Hispanic son with the drug lord lady. Horrible, horrible movie. After that one, I was sure that it was done. And now they even older. Will slapping niggas. Martin fat as hell. It's like, bro, unless these niggas get killed, I don't want to see no more Bad Boy.
Look, I understand your point.
Unless they die together and finally die together.
I have faith. They didn't go
die together because they ride together, die together. As long as they die together, then yeah, I'll watch it.
I ain't gonna watch the third one. I surely ain't gonna watch the fucking fourth one. Y'all can kiss my ass with all these.
I have faith. I think with this fourth movie, I think it'll be more, and Will and Martin will have. They probably had producing credits and things. I think it'll be more in Will and Martin Lawrence's hands. It'll be more creative control for them. And Will Smith, I have faith in him. He gave us his film company gave us Cobra Kai, executive produced, and he has given us the Bel Air reboot, which is two reboots / continuations that work for things that came out years ago. So with that aspect of it, I have faith that the fourth one, they'll do the fourth one justice, because the third one, they try something, or the studio tries something. It was like, damn, we really went.
Big difference though, John. Big difference. Cobra Kai, love it. Bel Air, love it. One thing they did right in those two is fresh faces.
Yeah,
Unless they go
LaRusso and Johnny's in the main characters.
But Johnny,
but they're not really.
But Johnny character, like this is Johnny was the asshole in the Karate Kid, but he wasn't the star on this. It's a fresh face because now we were getting to know Johnny. We were like, it was Johnny came full circle. So although it's an old character, it's in a new aspect. Will Smith and Martin in their characters, whatever, I can't even remember their names in these fucking Mike Larry and can't even remember the other one, Martin's character's name. We've seen them sister involved, kid involved, family involved. Unless Martin got some illegitimate kid that we don't know about, like, bro, I'm tired of these stories.
Remember, Martin always had the family.
Right, exactly. That's what I said. He got an illegitimate kid from the fucking Russian mob or something.
Or the white bitch.
What white bitch?
From the first one.
Oh, right. She come back out of nowhere. Come on, man. Kill this fucking movie, man. Kill that movie.
I would like to see her come back.
She probably old and ugly now.
And she'll be the villain. That would be dope.
Oh, she getting revenge for her friend dying.
Yep, and she the villain. I think that would be dope. That's actually a dope storyline. No, okay.
He's 6 years old now.
Yo, I ain't trying to see no more. I'm gonna watch it because I'm one of those assholes who got to see shit to the end. So I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna be happy watching. It's crazy. I finally finished Walking Dead.
I have some more faith.
That's how.
Is it going to be good? Possibly. Could it flop? It could flop. At this point, it's 50-50. If you're basing off how last one,
the third one flopped.
You know, if you're basing off the third one, then it's swinging towards the flop. But if you have someone faith that they could tap into 1 and 2, then maybe we have something. They could tap into 1 and 2.
I'm tired of these fucking sequels. I'm tired of them. They're not successful. We need
as they're alive, keep the story going. That's the best part about it.
Johnny's a fan of the Fast too, so I can see Johnny saying
they done lost it. They done lost it. No, I still haven't watched the most recent Fast movie. Still to this day, I haven't watched it. The one with John Cena, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it is bad.
I have no faith.
That bad.
You know what I'm trying to say? I have no faith in watching the Fast movie.
I mean, I think.
So how you keeping faith in this? Because you're a fan. John,
how can I keep faith?
John be fanboying it too much.
Right. He be on Miss Balls. Listen.
Can I say mine?
Don't say you don't. Because
come on.
You are one of Will Smith's balls and one in Kanye West's balls. Like,
yo, that is so crazy.
John, did you see Emancipation?
No.
He gonna watch. You gotta give him time, because you see what happens is
this most of the movies I have not watched.
Kanye's ball.
There's most of the movies I haven't watched.
Listen.
What was I say?
I'm just saying, John. Every time it comes to Will Smith or Kanye West, you give them the benefit of the doubt.
Dev said the Fast movie had way more failure movies than Bad Boys did, so it was already trending down. Like after 7, it was, to me, it was over. They had to do 7 because the passing of Paul Walker, and they had to like give him like a proper goodbye, which makes sense. with 7. 7 made sense. Seven did what it was supposed to do. 7 was what they were supposed to end with. Everything after 7 is like, what? I don't know. 8 was like, I don't know. I even watched 9, but I'm gonna have to watch 9 because I want to watch 10. And then when I'm gonna watch 10 because I want to watch the end. I want to watch the shit finally end. If it ends.
There is no 10.
Yeah, it's 10 about to come out.
Yeah,
10 is about to come out.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
That's
what
it.
Right, that's what he said. He got to watch 9 and watch 10.
Listen, John, at this point, I'm done with Bad Boys. He don't need to keep doing this shit. Will has enough money where he don't have to keep doing this shit. Repetitive. Martin Lawrence know he can't even jog his fat ass to the car no more. There's excellent bad boy movies. Give them props for that. And that's it. Like, let's call it a loss. Martin Lawrence had a good run with movies and stuff like that, but his fat ass needs to go on a treadmill. And that's it. We're going to just count it as a loss. Stop holding their balls and let it go. Let them go. Stop juggling.
And then when I enjoy it, I don't want to hear, oh, nah, I'm not going to lie, John. That movie is actually good. I don't.
When we hear what?
He said when we watch it and we like, yo, this shit was really good. He like, don't say nothing later.
We don't. Well, we won't say it's good because it won't be good. But
I'm gonna watch it because again, I'm glutton for punishment.
You surely are, but you watching that by yourself.
But I don't expect much from it, so we'll see.
Yeah, look, another movie night. So whenever that movie comes out, breathe down.
I'm watching that shit.
I love Will. I love Martin. Those definitely those guys. But again, I'd rather them get together and do a new live action Martin show than do another Bad Boy installment. But we'll see.
We'll definitely see, but let's keep it movies. The GOAT's nephew is set to portray him in the new movie about the GOAT. What's your overall thoughts on that, Bree?
I think that's dope. Finally, they're gonna make it like a good Michael Jackson movie. Because all the other Michael Jackson movies suck assholes.
I think Michael Jackson deserves, like, they did come up a couple of, like, movies and stuff to do, like, tell his story. But I hope they approach it and give him like a good biopic and treat it like a legit biopic. Because it's crazy. I don't think he was on the pod when we was talking about how they did the Whitney Houston biopic, and people ain't really talk about Whitney's biopic like that as much as the other biopic.
Whitney biopic died quick. Yo, I ain't heard nobody say nothing about that movie.
But I just hope they approach it and do it right.
And that's the thing. This girl really wasn't singing her music. It was his voice.
Yeah, I think a lot of times now, they used to be able to get away with that. I think people want to see talented people portray.
Right, because when Jennifer Hudson did Respect.
No, it's just a tad bit a little difficult because then for certain artists, you will have to really find someone that could act, sing, dance.
Right, so you have to.
That's a tough combination.
So you can't do. I know the studio wants to make money, but again, they see real success when they find those people that can portray these artists correctly. Like you said, Jennifer Hudson with Respect. Somebody else that I might be drawing blanks of. When they did the guys, the rock band, with the guy who did the Elton John movie, did really good.
New Edition.
Even though it's a BT movie, but they did a hell of a job with those young guys for the New Edition story and shit like that. Like, when you get people that's actually talented to portray these characters, it always work out. And Jafar, I have a song of his called "Got Me Singing" that I listen to damn it every week. Like, the kid he sounds like his dad. I mean, like, sounds like his uncle. When I first heard him a few years ago, I thought he was a legitimate Jackson Michael kid, but then I looked it up. It was his brother, Jermaine's son. he looked like Mike a little bit.
There's a
They all got the
resemblance there
same.
too.
Yeah, he looks like younger Mike before Mike,
Did his face
start doing fucking around his face. He said it was
vertigo.
Vertigo, but he lying. He started fucking in his face, and bleaching his skin. But this kid, his song, when y'all get a chance, it's called "Got Me Singing." It's a really
you
good
remember
song.
the Pepsi incident, so Michael did go through some trauma. The Pepsi incident, he did catch fire.
Right.
I think his vertigo was on his face, and back then vertigo wasn't known, and it wasn't like popular. So he was just trying to make his skin look one color and
like equal it out.
Right, and end up doing a botched job. They end up doing like a really botched job because back then vertigo is not like it is now, where it's beautiful.
as it would probably look better if it was in now times because technology is more advanced, medical is more advanced. So
right.
It probably just.
I do believe he had vertigo, but again, I just want to see how they're gonna portray that. I just want to see how they're gonna portray that with his nephew.
His nephew can sing. He's talented. He's a talented kid.
No, I'm talking about the vertigo part.
Yeah, well, yeah, he probably do Mike, they might do Mike in stages, like.
Right.
So, because again, Mike had such a long career. I don't think he's going to be Mike throughout the entire movie. He's going to be probably off the wall Mike.
Damn, that's sad.
Around that
He'll be the 80s Mike. I never know. He might be. They might put him. Like he might do Mike throughout the whole shit. 80s Mike.
Unless unless they do the cosmetics and then do it that way. But he looks like prime Michael off the wall Mike. Like
it is.
In that Thriller Mike era,
right?
He's gonna fit perfect, and he sounds identically. His voice is similar to Mike, so and he can actually sing. Again, like I said, he got a song that's called "Got Me Singing" that I listen to frequently.
Anything is better than that flex. That flex Michael Jackson.
He got a video and all for the shit. He like in Brazil or somewhere. It's a dope song. He can dance. So I'm looking forward to it.
You know what's crazy? I was just watching.
Anything is better than that flex shit.
All right, that Flex Alexander shit.
We heard. You know what's crazy? I was just watching. They Don't Care About Us, and Michael Jackson shot that video in Brazil as well.
Oh, dope.
So I don't know if that was correlated to his decision to film a video in Brazil, but I don't know. You say he shot it in Brazil.
Again, they haven't gotten that Whitney Houston doc down right.
They've done it a few times.
They just can't get that shit right. But I'm hoping that they get this right. I'm hoping that they do this one correctly.
I think they're making steps in the right direction with getting Jafar.
Right.
He's definitely talented, and again,
I just hope they get the right producers, writers, and they.
Right, exactly. It's all about the writers.
Do the GOAT some justice.
Studio got to get it right.
Do the GOAT some justice.
As long as the studio get it right, then it has potential.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear about Joe and his affairs. I really don't want to hear that in this one.
Let's
cut a lot of the bullshit out. Yeah, but we don't really care about that shit. We want to know about Michael.
I think because Mike there's so much of a story to tell. I think they'll touch on it, but they ain't gonna spend too much on Joe.
I'm not gonna lie, that was very instrumental into how Michael's life went. You know what I'm trying to say? So it has to be talked on.
I'm saying the beating. I'm talking about they definitely gonna touch on the abuse and stuff like that. But I don't think they gonna spend too much on Joe's actual affairs, like
because they've done it in the past, but they focus on Joe and his shit, his insecurities, and his
because he was managing the Jackson 5, and that's also another pivotal part of Michael Jackson's career, the Jackson 5 aspect of it. So stuff happened in that situation. So obviously there was kids, and so he's gonna play a instrumental part. I understand what you're saying. You don't want them to heighten it. Just get his part, and then just transition to like the rest of Michael's life. But it's gonna play.
That's all I'm saying. It's so much that they have to cover. Of course, it's gonna be in there because it plays a big part on who Mike is. But I feel like that's gonna be one part of the movie, and then there's so much other things to cover.
Right.
That they'll touch on that, and then there's so much other things they got to touch on where it's gonna be like, I just hope they do everything justice, give everything its proper time,
Right.
and put the story together right, where they not just okay, we got to do this, we got to do that. It just seemed rushed, but they letting the movie flow correctly. It's all about the writing, though. We'll see.
Yep, I'm looking forward to this biopic. But speaking of GOATs, let's jump into the Grammys. Beyonce has now broken the record for all-time Grammy wins, but never won Album of the Year. So I know.
Shut the fuck up, Johnny.
So what?
Don't say things like that.
No, she never won album. She's never won album.
Say it sadder.
I don't know. I was gonna literally say it and then let you like carry over, but she broke the record for most Grammy wins by a music artist ever, and in that same token, she's never won Album of the Year. Who ended up taking home Album of the Year in last night's Grammy or Sunday night's Grammys? I said last night, we filmed Tuesday. Sunday night's Grammys was Harry Styles, but we'll get more into that because I know Bree wants to touch on that. She probably has her thoughts. But overall, I like the feel of the Grammys. I ain't tuned into it. I seen some highlights, but from the feel, I feel like they gave a great shout out. It was a great presentation for hip hop. Something I felt like most award shows and the Grammys have been lacking for many years. Obviously, it being the 50th anniversary of hip hop played a role in them tribute, doing the tribute and presenting it well. But I think this was like the first time in a very, very long time I felt like hip hop was somewhat properly represented at the Grammys. I don't know if y'all agree with me, but that's how I felt about it.
Okay, my biggest foil with the Grammys is, first off, again, I'm always rooting for everything Black. So B killed, Kendrick killed, Lizzo. There's Viola Davis got the EGOT. So which is like their Lifetime Achievement Award. It's again, I'm always rooting for everybody's Black, but again, like you stated, for Beyonce to win so many awards, we always win a lot of awards, but not the award. You get what I'm saying? Like, she won Electric Album of the Year, and then won R&B Single of the Year. So it's like she won in the dance categories, and then won in the R&B categories. Like, she can win in multiple spots and categories, but the top, the top ones, it's like, yeah, I won a Grammy, but when it comes to like the award of awards, we never seem to get those. Kendrick, won hip hop album and hip hop single and all that shit, which is all good and dandy and shit, because we are being represented. But when it comes to the awards, where it's supposed to be like the awards that's based on the best quality of music, whether the genre or not, those ones we don't win. And so I see why a lot of Black artists, as well as artists in the hip hop world, we over the last couple of years, they strayed away from the Grammys, because although it's dope to be recognized, it's dope to be nominated and all that shit, you get, you show up and you shake hands and kiss babies and all that shit, cool. And you get an award and stuff, because they be having so many different awards. A lot of shit don't be televised. You see a nigga with a Grammy and be like, what the fuck he win for? And they have so many different categories and stuff like that, where a lot of people do win awards. But when it comes to like the spotlight, the top award, like Album of the Year, Song of the Year, shit like that, we tend to don't get those. And so I feel like it's like kind of pandering, was like, all right, we're gonna invite you, we'll give you one of these other awards. But when it comes to like the award, now it's still a select group that can be in that box. That's just my Black eyes working. So
It's crazy. I just Googled it. 11 artists have won the Grammy for Album of the Year.
Stevie Wonder got it 3 times, 74, 75, 77. Michael Jackson, 84. Lionel Richie, 85. Quincy Jones, 91. Natalie Cole, 92. Whitney Houston, 94. Lauryn Hill, 99. Outkast, 2004. Ray Charles, 2005. Herbie Hancock, 2008. And we had one in 2022, John Baptiste last year.
Who?
John Baptiste.
Who the hell is that?
Honestly, I don't know. No disrespect to him, I really don't know.
John Baptiste Basquiat?
Batiste.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
His album's called We Are. It was his 8th studio album.
It was probably some fucking tap dance album and shit.
And one album, yeah, I'm gonna send y'all the article and the link that showed it. But
I don't know. Beyonce again. This was her year.
So I looked at the billboards, and he was on the billboards for British billboards for #1 for 13 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But here he was on the billboard #1 for 4 weeks. Beyonce was on the billboard #1 for 17 weeks.
So if that's the case, SZA should be album of the year next year. Correct. Because what she's been able to do with SOS, she's broken almost every Billboard award.
Right.
She's multi-platinum. If SZA is not album of the year next year, then Grammys is proving my point. Because based on what you just said, White Buddy, although I like that song, the one song that I know, I didn't never heard the album, so maybe it is a great body of work. But again, when it comes to they always say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The numbers would show that Beyonce should have been the winner. Of course, she won a bunch of them.
Yeah, maybe they should have invited my guy Ye to the Grammys and let him handle it like how he handled it the last time.
Exactly, that's why he did it and shit. But again, because she's created a body of work that's unlike no other, and the records and the numbers show that this year she should have been there. So that goes the same for SZA. Next year, SZA this year, within the last month that her album's been out, has done historical shit. So if she's not in the conversation, well, she's gonna be in the conversation, but if she's not the winner of album of the year, not contemporary R&B, all that shit trying to box you in, if she ain't an album of the year winner, then again, it just shows what everybody already thinks. But shout out to those who won, all my brothers and sisters who won. Shout out to Miss Viola Davis. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Lizzo. Shout out to Beyonce. DJ Khaled and them performance was fire.
It was fire.
So again,
but
shit like that,
the positives, we gotta get into the thing that came out post Grammy. Apparently, there's a behind the scenes altercation between Offset and Quavo.
Offset said that wasn't true.
Offset didn't say no true, but then there was a video of Cardi B yelling at people like, "Shut the fuck up! Y'all both wrong." And it's like
again, I don't think it came to blows. It probably came to words.
Oh, you think it was just a very heated
right.
argument? But the way
again,
they sound like they actually got to the fight.
Right, they still in emotions. They still mourning. They are, and again, I think Offset is getting tired of people saying like his relationship with Takeoff wasn't real, and they weren't friends, and they weren't brothers, and all this shit. And Offset's getting tired of that shit because they probably was in some beef or having some issues at that time, but I don't personally think it stopped the brotherhood or the love of the brotherhood. Right. So people are speaking on shit they don't know, and so Offset is tired of that shit. Probably felt left out in Quavo's tribute to Takeoff, and I do believe words were said, but I don't believe it got to the point of them putting hands on each other. I don't believe that. I don't understand why Offset would say that shit is a lie, especially if there's videos of them, putting hands on each other. I don't think that happened. I think they probably did have heated words, and Cardi being the one that's in between, because she's always said that they like her brothers, Takeoff and Quavo, probably stepped in and was like, why y'all arguing, cursing at them and screaming at them and telling them this is not the time or the place. I do agree with that. I believe that, but I don't believe it came to blows. I really don't.
I don't think so. It might have been a dispute, like, they were really close and the words probably were said and that was it. But I feel like, unwanted drama, they probably trying to add stuff to it. But I just wish the best for them, because obviously they still, grieving that tragic situation, the tragic loss of Takeoff. So, hoping for the best of them. And if there's issues between them, hopefully they work it out.
Yeah, I hope they do, because like this proves with Takeoff that life is too short to be beefing like that. Too fucking short. So I hope that they do fix whatever's going on, and I think people just need to shut the fuck up, mind their business when it comes, because Takeoff, Quavo and Offset are actually family, so they need to fucking mind their business and just let them mourn and let them deal with whatever they need to deal with emotionally wise. That's in my opinion.
But other than that negative story, it was, for the most part, it was a positive event. Again, there was, Beyonce won, Kendrick won, so it was a dope event. So, but that was the Grammys in a nutshell. But let's get into something I believe we talked in last week's episode, and we were talking about how they're gonna make it work. But a lot has changed in the week, because now, as of right now, Netflix seems to push back the idea of ending password sharing because it got negative feedback. People wasn't with all that stuff. So for the time being, it was supposed to be at the end of March where it was official, no more password sharing. But as of right now, it's on hold. So you think they'll eventually follow through or keep it on hold?
I don't think they're gonna follow through with it anymore.
I think at some point, again, a lot of these streamings in general, they're trying to find ways to make more money. And again, if they do family packaging, like I stated before, that's the goal, is to have people on these, like all the music streamers been doing. I think if Netflix be the first of the movie streaming to do so, others will follow suit. I mean, Apple kind of do that in a way, because Apple have their sharing. And if you have the Apple TV, and if you're part of the family plan, if the main source has the family Apple TV, you will have access to that Apple TV account. So I think Netflix is just trying to find a way to make money. People is going to have pushback, but how can you push back on that? Because you technically stealing in a sense.
How do you feel?
Because the same way it's for all the other music streaming. If you got 100 people using a $9.99 account, then that is stealing money from Netflix in regards to, although their viewership shows that it's being watched a million times, but it looks like this one house or this one account is watching it 1,000 times, when it's really not the case. It's 1,000 different people watching this shit. So you are technically stealing in a way. But if Netflix do a family plan or some sort like that, as long as there ain't no crazy boost in the price where you can have up to 4 to 5 accounts on it, eventually people will come around. Like, I think when you make like hard, when you say you just gonna abruptly do something, then people gonna fight against it. But if Netflix was to just to introduce it, like, hey, we're starting a family package, and then a part of the family package being that, we're minimizing the sharing, it wouldn't win over as bad. But Netflix announced it as we're cutting this down without a real solution. That's why people were like, going crazy and shit. If they would just introducing a new streaming family plan, and a part of that family plan is we're trying to cut down on the sharing of one account and your viewership, then people wouldn't even say nothing. But because they like tracking what people doing and shit, ultimately meaning they're going into people, like they're overindulging in people's privacy. That's why people be on their ass. And Netflix always be the one to say some dumb shit. Like Prime, none of them, Hulu, none of them, you never see them making these bold statements and nothing like that. It's always Netflix trying to do something.
But Disney also has the family plan, because if when Daddy tried to log in and then I gave it to Lois, it was telling Lois like, you don't have that family sharing plan. You have to, buy it and all this other shit. And it's like, dude, yeah. But Disney Plus and them are more expensive than Netflix.
Right.
Disney Plus is $19.99 a month.
By itself? Or the family plan? Like Disney Plus family?
No, with the package.
With the package. With the bundle, it's $19.99 a month.
Mm.
So again, how you gonna tell me paying $19.99 a month that I can't have fucking 5 people on that shit?
Because they can.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's stupid.
Can I tell you, oh, you want 5 people on? That's 20 for each, so we need that 100 a month.
Right. So what they do is, but for 60, all 5 of you can use this account. It's the business. I expect shit like that. It's all about how you approach it. And Netflix seem to be the ones who make those hard stances on shit. And when everybody else just putting together their family packages, their family plans, and people are just following along. People just like, okay, instead of trying to share with everybody, bro, I'm gonna give you your own account. Don't share it, even though people share their shit anyway. But just do that. Just make a family plan, family package, and they ain't gonna have no problems, I assure you. People just gonna keep moving on, keep doing what they're doing.
But we shall see when it comes to that. We shall see. But in the spirit of movies, we're gonna keep it movies. Seth Rogen recently has made a statement. Do we agree or do we disagree? Seth Rogen says since the movie's super bad, there has not been a good high school movie that has been released. Superbad came out in 2007. And I feel like there's been a good amount of high school movies that came out, but do they compare to Superbad? Probably not, but doesn't make them right. Superbad was a really good one. Superbad was a good high school movie. It was a really good one. So I feel like it's hard to put movies to compare them. You know what I'm trying to say? When the movie is really good, you can't say they're whack because that movie is superior. The movie can still be good, but you're comparing it to a movie that it's just not better than it. That's just my opinion. What was y'all?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I think Superbad is definitely, like, when it comes to those high school raunchy comedies, is definitely like one of the top dogs. So he said that it's not like he said there's been no high school movie that was better than Superbad. Okay, I respect him saying that because how good of a movie it is, a funny ass movie, and him bigging up what they were able to put together. But there's been good high school movies after that. So the statement of there hasn't been any good ones is false because there has been good ones after that. Movies like Juno. I fucking love Juno.
But you also said you went to Juno in the movie theaters and was highly disappointed.
Because it was slow. But Juno is a great movie.
It is a good movie.
So that's all that matters. Juno's a great movie.
I don't really like watching slow movies in the movie theaters, man. I'd rather be in the comfort of my.
Because Juno is one of those. It's right. It's a movie that It's great at home. It's like it ain't overly funny. It's a real. It's like it's supposed to be a comedy, but it's a real movie and shit. And Juno is a great it's a great movie to watch. I fucking love Juno. Easy A, another good high school movie that I like. Dope. With Buddy from
Dope was a good high school movie.
Dope is a great one. Kicks is another dope high school movie.
Oh, I forgot about Dope. You know what's crazy? I forgot about Dope. Dope was
so
dope.
It's been some good ones out there. They probably ain't as big
or
as
better than Superbad, but it doesn't mean they're not good.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like they probably ain't, drive the sales and shit like Superbad did. Superbad is now is one of those movies that's everybody love, no matter the genre. I mean the decade. It's one of those movies that's gonna live on because of how wild and funny it was and shit. It's a great movie. You watch it anytime, it's still good. But there has been good movies. The movie that you watched where Buddy was at the water park.
Eventually
for the summer.
Eventually,
no, way
back.
Oh, the way back. I know a movie I'm talking about. I seen it. I like the way back.
Good movie. Like these are good movies. They not super bad.
No,
but they have their space. I even like that movie with John Cena. He was the parent. His daughter and her friends was having like a pack. Blockers. Where it was
I never watched it, but I heard of that movie. I never watched that one.
The Apatow wife, and that other comedian guy.
but see, they would say that's a Judd Apatow movie.
Yeah, but he said a movie better than Superbad. That's
I seen Blockers. That's shit where they find out that their daughter's trying to have sex on.
Right, they plan to have sex.
Yeah, I seen that. That shit was funny. Blockers was funny. Blockers was definitely funny. That was a good one. I don't know.
I love the Duff. Duff came out.
Oh, the Duff, another one I fucking love.
And you know what I'm about to say. So all the boys I love.
Most people, I'm pretty sure people that listen to this don't know what that is. But
I watched those movies.
Shout out to you, Johnny. Shout out to you.
There was actually they weren't bad movies. I enjoyed them.
See, Devin, I make Devin watch all three of them, and he did not enjoy it.
I wasn't really paying attention to them, so
I enjoyed it. It wasn't, trying to say like I was like, let me see, like when I watch movies, I don't know. For me, sometimes if a movie does a good one-off, I'm fine with the good one-off. But sometimes I like when the story continues. Like certain stories, I just like to see it keep it going. That's just me. I'm a fan of like the story continuing. So I seen they had multiple movies. So so I watched it.
No, but those we just named. Duff is a really good movie. Like I almost forgot about that, but Duff is a really good movie.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So Seth Rogen is my guy, and Superbad is definitely all of the movies that I've stated. I definitely don't put them above Superbad.
Yeah, but doesn't mean they're not bad. Doesn't mean
that doesn't mean they're not good movies. They're all the movies we just named are all funny and good movies. Movies that's
it's crazy. I'm drawing blanks again because there's definitely like other like low key movies that people wouldn't know about that were high school movies that was actually good that I've watched on different streaming platforms.
Twilight.
That we got shit. But
technically, the first Twilight was high school movie. The first
they were all
started. They were all in high school.
All 4 movies was in high school. I mean, all 3.
No.
Yeah, the first 3.
Oh, the first 3, yes. The first 3 was yes. The last 2 wasn't high school. They was past it.
No, she had graduated, right? But the first 3 was high school movies.
Yeah.
No, you're correct.
Just saying.
You're correct. I thought they
also
You said what?
That other movie, the X-Men movie when they was the first class, high school. They just got to the Professor X school. Boom.
Yeah. First class was in school. It was high school students technically. Yeah, first class. all the Spider-Man
I'm in
movies.
the worst shit though. I don't know how they work.
The original Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Homecoming.
Spider-Man, and then Holland Spider-Man. Those are high school
That don't
movies.
count.
You put Twilight in there?
Twilight's a high school movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man is high school.
But it's a superhero movie. It don't count.
So how does the Vampire Diaries count though?
It's not Vampire Diaries. Not to punch you in your face.
If you don't put that in there, then you put Spider-Man Home.
Whatever.
So, and Spider-Man, they was in high school. All of them. Every movie is in high school. The whole Spider-Man series.
They graduated from high school.
The last one they graduated.
Whatever.
They just graduated at the end of the movie.
We're talking about the Tom Holland one. Yeah, the Tom Holland one. Yeah,
Yeah, the Tom Holland. Yeah, I'm talking.
I don't know which one I'm talking about.
The most recent
all take place in high school.
But
so, shout out to my nigga Seth Rogen.
We named all these high school movies. So
but I think he's mainly talking about the high school comedies.
Yeah.
Like that realm. He's talking about that. But again, like Duff, if you've never seen Duff is a really good movie. Again, The Way Back is a good movie. Easy A is a good movie. All of them within that raunchy high school comedy. Those are all good movies. So that is wrong. Yes, they have the best, but definitely wrong about it being the only. So shout out to my nigga Seth though.
It's okay. Too bad is a good comedy movie, but I don't know if it's a good like high school movie for me.
I mean, it's a great movie. I love it. Super bad.
I know you do. You couldn't say all the words in super bad, but
I love super bad.
That being said, I decided for the closing segment of this week's episode, ASO, bring back the Fab Four. And we're gonna do our Fab Four high school movies. We named a whole bunch of high school movies. So we'll go 4 through 1. Bree, you can start. Bree, start.
I mean, mine is Twilight, The Dove, Harry Potter, and and To All the Boys I Love.
Okay.
And you can't say Harry Potter is not a high school movie.
Yeah, in that case, my favorite is Juice. Boy,
Juice, but Juice wasn't.
No, Juice was a high school movie though. Juice was a high school movie.
Juice, Lean on Me. Boy,
Lean on Me was a high school movie. That's too good. It's just not comedic.
So Juice, Lean on Me. New Jack City. No, I'm just joking. New Jack Society. Shit. What the hell? Okay.
My dad has. Your dad has sparked.
Locked up with Usher then when he was in the high school. What's that movie?
Oh, I forgot about that movie. Oh, The Faculty. That's another one. The Faculty was another
Faculty.
one.
We're gonna talk about it.
I'm not gonna lie. All right. So
locked up. Shit, okay. We go there. Shit, that's my list. I can top 5 right there.
With the presence of Dev has influenced my new list. I subtracted and added because he sparked my brain. So at number 4, I'm gonna put The Faculty at number 4. The Faculty, that was a dope movie. At number 4, The Faculty. At number 3, I'm gonna go Superbad at number 3.
Okay.
At number 2,
my list.
At number 2, I'm gonna go with Can't Hardly Wait at number 2.
Okay.
Can't Hardly Wait. Okay.
That's the
I love Can't Hardly Wait.
That's the one with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Sabrina loves it.
That's the.
I know what movie that is. I love
Sabrina.
Bree, I was trying to tell Dev. I know it's you on camera. I was trying to like explain to Dev like that way he remembers.
I didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I made him.
No, because she always I never watched it at college,
Seth
but
Green's
she the
in
one
it
who
too.
put me on to Ken Harley.
Seth Green's also in it. It was funny.
Yeah,
Ken Harley Wait is funny. That's my number 2.
Yes.
At number 1, I gotta go with my guy Pop. Juice, man. Got the juice. Juice number 1.
Man. Let's get it.
Gotta go with Juice. Yo, I totally forgot that was a high school movie.
Yeah.
Especially
Exactly.
when Omar Epps closed the locker, my man Pop was waiting for him.
Exactly. Thank you. You're welcome, John. You're welcome.
Well, my list inspired your ass because you then started being sarcastic talking about. So we can go.
But not, know what it is? I went to like comedy. I went to comedy routes. I didn't think about the serious high school movies. I went comedies. I was just thinking like comedy movies.
We really don't talk about like. So we're gonna talk about high school movies, Fault in the Stars, and
yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
all these like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more serious high school movies. I used Superbad as my influence, and I had more like comedic. I went the comedic route, and I forgot other. Technically, Boys in the Hood is also high school movie. My man's, he got that college.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, House Party is another one, but House Party is a little funny, so it's comedic.
It's high school.
But yeah, it's funny. But
again,
House the way Seth Rogen's point was.
Comedic.
Yeah, it is. It's
House Party is comedic. You know what I'm saying? It's a comedic one, yeah.
Hey, so here's gonna be my official list. I just shout out a bunch of them. So
I'm gonna put Juice.
So I'll put Juice at number 1. I'm gonna put Boys in the Hood at number 2. I'm gonna put House Party at 3. And 4, I'm gonna put Locked Up.
Okay.
That's actually a really good list. I like Locked Up. Locked Up was one of my favorite. I could watch that shit.
Honorable mention Lean on Me.
Because Black History Month.
Because it's Black History.
You smoke crack, don't you? Smoke crack. That was a really good movie, man.
Also, random just came to me. Dangerous Minds.
That's
shit. Freedom Riders. That's the one that came out.
I was watching this shit the other day. You guys watching Freedom Riders the other day.
Yeah, Freedom Riders was a good one too.
Yeah, those are based on true stories.
True stories. Dangerous Mind, great fucking movie.
Amazing.
Look, man, it's a bunch of high school based movies that's really fucking good.
That's why I think he was talking about comedy.
Yeah, he was solely talking about the raunchy comedy.
Yeah, I don't think he could fucking.
I think he was talking about that specific category.
Yeah, he definitely was. But we just opened it. Thank you, Seth. You're welcome, Seth.
And even the White movie, She's All That, and
right.
You Drive Me Crazy with
word.
with Britney Spears. Like that whole album was based on that movie.
That whole American Pie.
American Pie again.
Oh,
and
yeah,
see, that goes up there.
That is worth the argument. Which is better, Superbad or American Pie?
Right. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with American
Pie. I think a lot of people would say, I'll watch American Pie over Superbad.
Right.
That's actually a good competition. Like, which one is better? Like cult followings, American Pie
takes the
like I think has a bigger following than Superbad.
100%. 100%.
American Pie has.
I'd rather
people talk about band camp. People talk about the scene when Shorty pulled up to the room and he was like getting naked for her and just went. He shot his gun too fast.
Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom.
Like it got a lot of quotables in American Pie. Yeah, I don't know. My American Pie might win when it comes to the hierarchy of raunchy high school comedies. American Pie might be the top dog.
Yeah.
It might be. It really might be. There was a lot of stuff in an American Pie movie.
Yeah.
Some good high school movies, man. Shout out to Seth Rogen for a good, good topic of discussion, man. Even though he feels strongly about his movies, but Shit, Pineapple Express.
That ain't no high school movie.
He was dating a girl in high school.
It doesn't make
But
it.
that's a small part of the
That's-
story.
It's
Not based around high school, John.
True. But it played a role.
That's not a good.
It's not.
It's
based
halfway in,
around
It's halfway in, halfway out.
everything we announced. It's the high school scene is literally one scene in a movie.
Right.
My bad.
And if he's gonna say,
Well, Billy Madison is all great shit. Like,
My bad.
but the high school parts are the funniest.
right. So, and I think that's why he said sis Superbad, because he didn't say the best all time, because I think people will start to bring in these other movies like,
right.
nah, bro, y'all ain't fucking with this. And then you want to bring in the 16 Candles, the Breakfast Clubs and shit like that. Grease, shit like that. You started bringing those movies, then it's like, okay, now, bro, we talking something different now.
You know what's crazy? You know what's another low-key good high school movie? I don't think we mentioned The Substitute.
The Substitute.
You don't remember The Substitute? Like, it's a little more action. Like this.
The white guy, right?
Yeah. I think he might
students.
be a cop. I think he was like a cop on the cover.
Then we need to talk about Coach Carter.
Oh yeah, Coach Carter. That's another one. But again, the Substitute, they locked him in the building, and they tried to rape the white teacher and stuff like that. I remember that was a good movie. That's a really good movie.
Yeah,
that's a good one. It's a lot of them.
It's definitely.
A lot of high school.
Once you started talking, all the
good
movies started coming out.
Right.
But again, I think he's specifically talking about a particular genre.
Yeah.
And so
I think so too.
He have the crown for his time and moving forward. But if we talk about overall, even we just talk about high school comedies, there's other ones that's gonna challenge American Pie.
Right.
I mean challenge Superbad.
Okay. Interesting stuff. But with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and my guy Dev in the back. But that's our we out.